Maher, ROASTS, woke critics of Sydney Sweeney's jeans ad. Cancel culture versus comedy. Maher critiques online activists for targeting Sydney Sweeney over jeans advertisement. In a recent episode of Real Time, host Maher came to the defense of actress Sydney Sweeney, who has faced backlash from what he refers to as online social justice girls. These critics have labeled her viral advertisement for American Eagle, where she promotes their good jeans, as racist. Maher humorously addressed the absurdity of the situation, poking fun at those who have gone so far as to call Sweeney a Nazi and a white supremacist. He pointed out the irony in their claims, suggesting that the same individuals who argue that there's no such thing as good jeans are not living by their own standards. I don't think they intended it this way, but it's quite amusing that these online activists are saying, it's racist, there's no such thing as good jeans, right? While simultaneously swiping left on every bald guy on Tinder, Maher quipped, highlighting the hypocrisy in their arguments. The controversy deepens. Maher further criticized the accusations against Sweeney, emphasizing the ridiculousness of labeling her advertisement as racist, and suggesting that it implies she is a white supremacist. He humorously noted the overt nature of the American Eagle ad, pointing out Sweeney's blue eyes and her outfit, which he likened to Jay Leno in all blue denim. She mentions her blue eyes and then says, "I have great jeans," referring to her denim. But according to the woke critics, this somehow makes her a white supremacist, Maher joked. He continued his comedic critique, adding that it doesn't help that her bra size is humorously referred to as 36 KKK, and that she has jokingly nicknamed her breasts the Proud Boys. Political commentary from J.D. Vance. The ad campaign titled "Sydney Sweeney Has Great Jeans" has also drawn commentary from Vice President J.D. Vance, who ridiculed the left's reaction during a recent episode of the Ruthless podcast. Vance sarcastically advised Democrats to keep insisting that anyone who finds Sydney Sweeney attractive is a Nazi, suggesting that this seems to be their current strategy. He criticized the left for overreacting to what he deemed a harmless marketing effort, questioning whether they have learned anything from the 2024 election. This situation reveals something quite telling about the Democrats, Vance remarked. Here you have a typical all-American girl promoting a standard jeans ad aimed at young Americans, and yet they have completely lost their composure over it. Did they learn nothing from the November 2024 election? He expressed his belief that one of the lessons they should have taken away was to tone down their extreme reactions. Instead, it seems they have opted to label those who appreciate Sweeney's beauty as Nazis. Great strategy, guys. That's how you plan to win the midterms, especially among young American men, he concluded. Join the conversation. This situation raises important questions about the current state of social discourse. Are we becoming too quick to label others based on superficial interpretations? What do you think about the backlash against Sydney Sweeney? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Sydney Sweeney, Republican registration, American Eagle controversy explained. Hollywood's latest political storm. Sydney Sweeney's Republican registration ignites fierce debate. In a revelation that's sending shockwaves through entertainment circles, actress Sydney Sweeney has officially registered as a Republican Party member in Florida. This bombshell discovery, confirmed through public voter registration records and reported by multiple news outlets, including Newsweek, comes at a particularly charged moment in her career. But here's where things get really interesting. The timing of her June 2024 registration coincides with an increasingly heated controversy surrounding her American Eagle advertisement campaign. The ad, featuring Sweeney making a wordplay between jeans and jeans, has become an unexpected cultural flashpoint. The advertisement's concept seems simple enough on the surface. Sweeney discusses how jeans determine traits while promoting blue jeans. However, critics have interpreted this seemingly innocent marketing campaign through a more controversial lens. Some viewers, including a TikTok creator whose video garnered 1.8 million views, suggest the ad contains subtle racist messaging, particularly noting the emphasis on Sweeney's blonde hair and blue eyes. And this is where the debate intensifies. White House Communications Director Stephen Chung has stepped into the fray, defending Sweeney and dismissing the criticism as cancel culture run amok. This isn't Sweeney's first brush with political controversy. In 2022, she faced backlash over photos from her mother's birthday party showing guests in MAGA-style attire. The reaction on social media has been explosive and deeply divided. Some view her Republican registration as troubling, linking it to broader political tensions. Others celebrate it as a bold move against Hollywood's perceived liberal orthodoxy. One X user provocatively suggested this represents a vibe shift that could be Hollywood's worst nightmare. Interestingly, amid all this controversy, American Eagle stock has actually increased by 4% since the campaign's launch, suggesting that political debates don't always translate to commercial impact. This situation raises fascinating questions about celebrity political affiliations in our highly polarized era. Should an actor's voter registration matter to their audience? Where do we draw the line between marketing creativity and political messaging? And perhaps most importantly, how do we navigate these conversations without falling into the trap of knee-jerk reactions? Sweeney herself has remained silent on her political affiliations, even as the debate rages on. Her previous statement about her mother's party being misinterpreted as political stands as her only direct comment on such matters. What do you think? Is this another case of social media overreaction, or does celebrity political affiliation deserve this level of scrutiny? Share your thoughts in the comments below, but remember, civil discourse is key to meaningful dialogue.